What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If everybody could smash that like button, I'd really appreciate it. Today is Saturday, January 8th, and it is the end of the first week in my 1,000-pound challenge. That's where I've challenged myself to harvest 1,000 pounds of food this year in 2022. That includes hunting, fishing, and gardening, and I probably do a little bit of foraging as well. Right now, I'm in the backyard working on this hog meat because on Sunday the 2nd, so 6 days ago, I was able to harvest 2 wild hogs on a hunting trip that I was on, and I'm trying to finish this meat up so that way I can get it weighed up to add into this first week of the 1,000-pound challenge. While I finish up, processing this hog meat, I'm going to show you guys all the harvests from this week, and then I'm going to come back and we'll weigh up this hog meat, and then we'll get a total for the whole week. Check it out. Tonight I'm going to be making a dish that I call kickin' chicken and collard greens, but I'm also going to be mixing in some of these other greens with it. But I definitely wanted to come out here and document it because I want to take you guys along this journey to try to harvest 1,000 pounds of food this year. So I've got this little bucket that my wife gave me to harvest. I got a little knife, and I'm going to go through and harvest some of these greens here, and then we're going to go inside and weigh it, and I'm going to start logging it to see if I can reach this 1,000 pounds before the end of 2022. So let's get to it. Look at the size of these mustard greens, guys. That's just huge. How exciting. That's halfway down my leg or more. It's down past my knee. I got some pretty damn long legs. So really excited to be harvesting these mustards. Well, guys, as you can see, I just harvested a pretty good mess of greens there. And if you look at the garden, you can hardly even tell. How exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and go inside so we can get all this weighed up and see how much we harvested. All right, guys, we're back in the kitchen right now, and as you can see, it's a pretty nice harvest of greens. We've got some nice collard greens on this side. We've got some giant mustard greens on this side, and you can see the one leaf is taking up half of my stove right there. I've got this food scale zeroed out with the bucket on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and weigh up these greens and see what we got here. First, I'm gonna start off, I guess, with the collard greens. See, those are some nice looking collard greens right there. Grew all this stuff from seed. Can't wait to see what we got here. All right, looks like for the collard greens, we got 2 pounds, 3.8 ounces for the collard greens. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those off the scale so we can measure up these mustard greens. All right, guys, we just weighed up the collard greens, and now it's time to weigh up the mustard greens. I think I harvested more mustards than I ended up collards. And look at the size of these mustards here. This is the Florida broadleaf mustard. Grew it from seed. This is the 2nd year that I've grown these mustard greens, and I really enjoy them. They add a nice, almost spice to your greens. Very mustardy spice to your greens. It's a good addition, and I enjoy it. And it looks like we've got 3 pounds and 1.3 ounces. So not too bad, not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and get these off, get them washed up, and then I'm gonna write everything down in my journal. All right, guys, I got everything all written down. Today's date, January 5th, 2022. Collards, we had 2 pounds, 3.8 ounces. And mustards, we had 3 pounds, 1.3 ounces. Altogether, that equals 5 pounds and 5.1 ounces. Not bad. Still got a super long way to go if I'm going to make it to 1,000 pounds. All right, guys, it's January 6th, and all I plan on harvesting today is eggs. And it looks like we've got 4. So let me get in there and weigh these up. All right, guys, going towards the 1,000 pound challenge. Today, all I plan on harvesting are these 4 eggs. Whew, that was close. Maybe I should have got a bowl. I'll get a bowl for next time. I typically get an average of 2 eggs a day, but I didn't harvest eggs yesterday. So these 4 eggs here, 9.2 ounces. Gonna write that down in the book. Got it written down. Today's date, January 6th, 2022. 4 eggs, 9.2 ounces. All right, guys, it's Friday, January 7th. I'm here in my raised bed with all my broccoli and cauliflower. And I've got this really gorgeous bok choy right here that's about to bolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this beautiful vegetable this morning, and before it gets too hot outside, and then I'm gonna take it inside and weigh it up. All right, guys, I got my scale zeroed out with my little harvest pail here that my wife decorated for me. She loves that kind of stuff. I got this beautiful bok choy. Let's weigh her up and see what we get. Looks like we've got 11.7 ounces to add to the 1,000 pound challenge. All right, guys, we got her logged in there. Bok choy 1/7/2022, 0 pounds, 11.7 ounces. All right, it's the morning of Saturday, January 8th, and I'm out here, my little bucket and a knife. I think I'm gonna have a salad for lunch today, so I'm gonna harvest some of this mixed lettuce and some of this arugula that's just going crazy. All right, I got a nice little bucket of mixed salad greens, arugula, and even some green onions harvested. I think I want to go over and harvest some kale too. All right, so I've got dino kale growing in here, and I've also got a few red Russian kales as well. I think I'm gonna harvest some dino kale for my salad, and I'm also thinking I'm probably gonna have a smoothie today, so I'm gonna harvest a couple red Russian kales for that. Alrighty, I got 2 pieces of Russian kale for my smoothie, and I've got a few pieces of dino kale for my salad. I'm gonna grab my little pail, go inside, and weigh it all up. So for the sake of simplifying things, I'm going to weigh the arugula, the lettuce, and the green onions together and just call it a salad mix. And then I'll weigh the kale together just to simplify things. So what a beautiful little bunch of greens though. Pretty excited about that. The onions touching, but whatever. 2.2 ounces of salad greens. Let's get that back on there. Zeroed out. And let's see what we got for kale. We got 5 ounces of kale. Time to write it in the book. All right, I got it logged in. Arugula salad mix, 1/8/22, 0 pounds, 2.2 ounces. Russian and Dino kale, today's date, 0 pounds, 5 ounces. Together, they're 7.2 ounces. That brings total greens harvested this week to 6 pounds and 8 ounces. January 8th. I was out here cleaning the manure out of the chicken house and putting some hemp bedding, and I got 3 more eggs to weigh for this week. All right, these 3 eggs are gonna weigh 6.9 ounces. All right, with these 3 eggs, January 8th, 2022, 6.9 ounces. That brings us to 1 pound and 0.1 ounce for the week. I did harvest some eggs before I started taking these measurements, but that's all right. So we're gonna end off with 1 pound and 0.1 ounce for week 1. All right, I've got these things broken down, and you can see all the meat. 2 back straps from the little one, 2 back straps from the big one, 2 deboned hams, deboned shoulders, and then from the little one I got 2 bone-in hams that I saved for roast or barbecue, and 1 bone-in shoulder. Unfortunately, the other shoulder got destroyed when I shot it, but that is a ton of meat. I'm gonna go inside because I'm getting destroyed by mosquitoes and weigh this meat up. I'm in the kitchen with all the hog meat. I'm gonna turn the scale on. I've got 3 trays of meat here. See how much it all weighs. I'm sure it's somewhere between 20 and 30 pounds. And let me go ahead and clarify this now. I'm sure somebody is gonna mention about, oh my goodness, some of that meat looks yellow. That is just the fat. And if you don't know about hog hunting, yellow fat is an indicator that hog has been eaten on acorns. And just so you know, if a hog has been eaten on acorns, that is going to be the best hog meat you've ever eaten before, especially because these were sows. This is going to be some really, really good hog meat. Now, what's curious to me, you can notice some of it's real yellow, some of it's not. The smaller of the 2 pigs didn't have that much yellow fat on it, while the bigger of the 2 pigs had a lot. And they were running together. So that means the bigger pig had been eating a lot of acorns and the smaller pig had not. So anyways, let's start weighing this up 1 tray at a time. Get the scale turned back on. This first tray, let's see what she comes out to. Now the scale goes up to 11 pounds. I'm going to end up freezing most of this meat and making sausage. So the first tray comes in at 8 pounds and 9.3 ounces. Let me get this unloaded and move to the next tray. All right, moving on to the second tray. This tray is going to weigh quite a bit more, I imagine, because I got the 2 big hams on there and the big back straps. I might have to break it down into 2 different sections. That's at 9 pounds and 6 ounces. So I'm gonna go ahead, take that off. Remember, that was 9 pounds and 6 ounces. And let's weigh up this second ham here. That by itself is 5 pounds and 11.9 ounces. That might have been 9 pounds and 0.6 ounces. I'll have to check. All right, so I did check, and the first weigh in from the second tray was 9 pounds and 0.6 ounces, not 9 pounds and 6 ounces. So that's a correction there. And we're gonna go ahead and weigh up this last tray, and then I'm gonna get all this stuff either vacuum sealed or put in Ziploc bags and frozen. And then I'm gonna tally up everything that I harvested from this week and come up with an official weight here. All right, now that one is 7 pounds and 13 ounces. Yeah, I'm gonna give it 7 pounds and 13 ounces. All right, guys, let me get all this frozen and then I'm gonna come back with an official weight for the whole week. All right, guys, this has been a heck of a process, and this year doing this challenge is going to be a lot of work, I can already tell. But let's look at what we harvested this week. This is all the greens that we harvested this week, and it equals out to 6 pounds and 8 ounces. Now, I also harvested 7 eggs. It equals out to 1 pound and 0.1 ounce. And then all the hog meat that I just finished up with all equaled out to 31 pounds and 0.18 ounces, which is a lot of meat to put in the freezer. So we got 6 pounds and 8 ounces of greens, 1 pound, 0.01 ounces of eggs, 31 pounds and 0.18 ounces of hog meat. That equals out to 38 pounds, 8.19 ounces, and that means we've got 961 pounds, 7.81 ounces to go to reach the 1,000 pounds. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is going to be an exciting adventure. Make sure you stay tuned throughout the year for the rest of the videos.